You've probably already used it today, maybe to unlock your phone or when you tagged a friend in a photo. Facial recognition is, well, it's everywhere. It's super convenient, it's fast, and it's also quietly becoming one of the most powerful surveillance tools ever built. So, how in the world did we get here, and where is this all heading?
See, here's the fundamental tension. On one side, your face is like this perfect key. It just makes life easier. But on the flip side, your face is also data. And it's data that can be collected, analyzed, and stored. A lot of the time, without you having any idea it's even happening. And that's the core conflict we're going to dig into.
All right, so let's start with a real-world example, and it's probably not one you'd expect. Picture this. You're at a Taylor Swift concert back in 2019. You walk up to a kiosk that's playing some cool rehearsal videos. What you don't know is that a camera hidden inside is scanning your face. See, her security team was using it to spot known stalkers in the crowd. Now, from a security standpoint, that makes a lot of sense, right? But for the thousands of fans who were just there to see a show, their faces were scanned without their consent. It's the perfect snapshot of this tightrope we're walking between safety and surveillance. Okay, so that brings us to the big question. How does this stuff actually work? What's really going on behind the scenes when a camera scans your face? Let's pop the hood on the tech itself.
At its heart, facial recognition technology, or FRT for short, is a form of biometrics. Just like your fingerprint is unique to you, so is your face. It's got all these unique characteristics, like the distance between your eyes, the curve of your chin, that software can measure and map out.
And the process is actually pretty straightforward when you break it down. First, a camera captures your face. Simple enough. Then, software analyzes it, creating something called a biometric template. Think of it like a unique digital signature for your face. That template then gets compared against a huge database of other faces. And finally, the system spits out a similarity score to see if it's found a likely match. But what happens when this powerful tool gets it wrong? And, maybe more importantly, who do those mistakes tend to affect the most? This right here is where we get to the real heart of the problem. So you might be wondering, where do these massive databases even come from? Well, pretty much everywhere. We're talking CCTV footage, traffic cameras, your driver's license photo, and yeah, even your social media profiles. Companies have literally scraped billions of images from the internet to build these databases, which means you could be in one right now and not even know it. Now, here's the crucial thing to remember. Algorithms are made by people, and they learn from data created by people. So if the data you feed it is skewed, let's say it's trained mostly on pictures of white men, the algorithm is going to learn those biases. It's not that the code is intentionally malicious, it's just that a flaw can get baked right into its DNA. And this isn't just a theoretical problem. This number says it all. A huge study out of MIT found that some of the most popular commercial FRT software misidentified Black women almost 35% of the time. 35%. For white men, the error rate was less than 1%. The system just plain works better for some people than it does for others. And that 35% isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. It's Robert Williams, a man who was arrested on his front lawn in front of his wife and two little girls for a crime he didn't commit, all because a facial recognition algorithm got it wrong. He's just one of several people we know of who've been wrongfully arrested because of a faulty match, and it shows the absolutely devastating human cost of these errors. The issue goes even deeper than just flawed tech. It hits on something really fundamental to a free society: the ability to just exist in public without being constantly identified, tracked, and monitored. Let's talk about what's at stake for our civil liberties. All over the world, this technology has become a go-to tool for monitoring protests. In Hong Kong, you saw protesters using masks and even umbrellas to hide their faces. Here in the US, the NYPD used it to track down and arrest a Black Lives Matter activist. This creates what's known as a chilling effect. I mean, think about it. If you know you could be identified, tracked, and maybe even arrested just for showing up to a protest, would you still go? But in response, we're seeing this fascinating new kind of resistance pop up. It goes way beyond just masks. There's now a whole little market for what's called adversarial fashion, clothing designed with wild patterns that are specifically meant to confuse AI and facial recognition algorithms. It's a very modern game of cat and mouse between citizens and surveillance. So what do? How do we handle a technology that offers real security benefits, but also poses these huge threats to our freedom? Well, that debate is raging right now, and nobody seems to have a clear answer.
And you can see just how divided things are right here in the US. In the very same year that Robert Williams was wrongfully arrested in Detroit, the city council there actually voted to extend their contract for this technology. Meanwhile, all the way over in Portland, Oregon, they went in the complete opposite direction, passing one of the strictest bans in the entire country. Two cities, two totally different answers to the same question. And when you zoom out, you see this whole patchwork of different responses. Illinois has a pretty strong law that says companies need your written consent before they can collect your biometric data. The European Union is going even further with its AI Act, basically banning live FRT for police except in a few very specific cases. And back in the US, at the federal level, there's a proposed moratorium that would just press pause on government use of the tech until Congress can figure out a clear set of rules.
So all of this, it brings us to one final, really crucial question. As this technology gets woven more and more into the fabric of our lives, what kind of future are we actually building?
Just let that sink in for a second. The simple, kind of profound idea of being anonymous in public, of just being another face in the crowd, that could be going away. Every single person in a stadium, at a park, walking down the street could become instantly identifiable, trackable, and linked to a permanent digital file. So what is the value of being anonymous? Is it the freedom to express an unpopular opinion, the freedom to make a mistake and not have it follow you forever? The convenience is obvious, for sure, but the trade-off is huge. And as we walk deeper into this new world, the question we have to keep asking ourselves isn't just what we stand to gain, but what are we prepared to lose for good?